Okie dokie, let's go and jump some rank games with the engineer once again and see what we can do today. Now, the build I want to try to go for today is going to involve some poison grenades. This right here, I'm not sure how well we're going to get on with this because we do need to find ourselves a pestilence flask. And that could be kind of tough. But it doesn't mean I want to go for a generator at the very beginning. But else, if we want to grab ourselves this whetstone, I kind of want to take an extra stone. Let's roll once. That's a big, massive hammer. But I think I'm going to settle for these slices of bread and I'm going to roll once more. And that is another battery. I was really hoping for a wooden sword. I want to take this garlic. Now, is there any way we can craft this up while still getting the damage from our frying pan? Probably not, right? I think we're just going to have to leave it as it is. So we should be able to get up to 6 heats, which is going to be kind of nice. But at the same time, are we going to be able to keep up with this mage? Now, they do have an Amulet of Alchemy, which does give them 3 heat from the very beginning, which is crazy. And they managed to get 3 heat. But this wooden sword is going to go super fast after 5 seconds. Never mind, we smashed them. We're going to get a generator. And I'm wondering, should we take this broom for now as well? Let's take more storage. Let's also grab the battery too. I'm not going to take it. And we definitely need to grab our wooden sword. The thing is, I'm going to take this as well because I want to probably go for a torch as well. But I'm going to save 1 gold and I'm going to move on. Now this is probably going to end up being bad for us because we don't have a whole lot of damage. We have a tiny bit of survivability with the garlic. And maybe some regen if we're lucky with a slice of toast. But that's a big hammer. And they're going to be using up a lot of stamina. So I'm hoping that they out of stamina proc constantly with their hammer. Because if they hit us with the hammer, we're toast. Literally. And holy moly. Did we barely survive. That was kind of nuts. Now speaking of nuts, we got 2 options that make me want to go for Magitecc Armour. Because that armor is insanely cracked. I mean, taking a Smelly Wall and literally going for the armor that just has constant scaling armor makes a lot of sense, right? So maybe we'll go for that. Shield is also cracked for that as well, but let's take it. Let's take it for now. Let's grab more garlics. You could go for Stinky Toothpick, but that's not what I'm looking for today. Let's grab some storage. I'm also going to grab this banana as well, and I'm going to take another stone. But I do want to find ourselves that wooden sword to craft up that torch. Because right now we don't have any damage. We have loads and loads of block with our garlics, which is awesome. Don't get me wrong. But we have no offense really. Apart from a little tiny hero sword, and that's another hammer. Holy hammers. What's going on today? But with our charges on our garlic, this one should be going pretty darn fast. Stacking up our block, taking some poison. We are being smashed a bit with poison as well. But counter toast, keep us healthy with a little bit of regen stacking as well. Counteracting that poison just a small bit. And honestly, the garlic's giving this much block early on is cracked as well. But hey, what's this going to be? I mean, well, not bad. Let's take more storage. And we could go for this armor as well. But I'm going to roll. How hard is it to find 1 wooden sword? Come on. Good, damn it. We couldn't find one. It is what it is. Let's just take another breaking stone and let's move on. Our garlics are just going to have to carry us. And at least now we're going to have a little bit of spike action. Which means we would be able to stop opponents. Well, actually just do loads and loads of chippy damage with our spikes. Especially on some ranged weapons like the boomerang as well. It's not going to be too bad. As long as they don't steal our spikes. We have no way to generate those spikes. Now they also resist a lot of debuffs with the lead armor. So we're only getting our poison stack through just a little bit right now. But still. The garlic's going incredibly fast at 2 seconds. Gain 8 block. It's not bad. Especially when opponent's DPS is 4 DPS. This one garlic has a 4 block per second basically. So not bad. Now do we want to go for on-selling presence? Are we going to go for on-healing? Probably not. We kind of want to go for block. I'm just going to take a storage. I'm going to roll. I'm going to keep rolling. And we could go for a wrench as well. But we're definitely taking another garlic. I'm still going to roll. And I'm going to roll once more. And I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm looking for gloves. I'm looking for resistors. All blue items. And yeah, that's all I'm really looking for at the moment. But we're going to have to use all our gold in the next round looking for it. Can we take on this Pyromancer? It could be stack up lots of heat. Once you get 20 heat, this energy conversion is going to use their stamina to give him crazy buffs. This energy conversion is nuts. If we had it as well, we would be stacking up buffs too. But all we got up was a stinky Smelly Wall that is just stacking up a poison, which is going to be cleansed with the Turbo Shelly. But it's also giving us crazy block. This is going to be a long fight. And I'm not sure if Turbo Shell is going to keep our opponents alive, which kind of looks like so, and eventually we're bleeding out with this fatigue and the sheer amounts of heat to do got. Not ideal, but it is what it is. We also got a Kyle as well, which I'm down for. With this, with you, let's keep rolling. That's at least one pair of gloves, let's keep going. That is a charge splitter as well, which I'm not sure if we really want to take. Not right now, at least. Another cog. Let's just keep going. And that is an early lightsaber. With a holy armor as well, by the way. We could just go for the Edomatic instead of a Falcon Blade, right? It does get rid of a resistor though. That's a bit of a problem. I did want to go for Poison Grenade, so yeah, we're not going to be able to go for it. I still want to take the lightsaber with the holy armor. That's exactly what I want to go for. So I want to go for a Dark Saber, especially with this Smelly Wall, and go for a bunch of Poison Grenades too. And Magitecc Armours, so we can just skill up Infinite Block too. That's a decent bit of heat on us. Our opponent is stacking up a lot of spikes, so we're going to be taking some chippy damage. I'm glad we only have a tiny little hero sword to deal that damage. We're stacking up our poison. Our opponent really doesn't have a way to get rid of it, which is awesome for us. We should definitely be able to win out. Definitely is the keyword. But the poison is stacking up, and fatigue is helping chip down our opponent. And hell yeah, not bad at all. Definitely not bad. It's the wrong potion. But we could also go for Gloves of Power, which could be interesting because then we can stack up some block on hit as well. But I'm going to sell you, and we'll be taking our lightsaber for now as well. I'm going to take this bit of storage. I'm probably going to have to take this stone skin pot. Or do we want to? I mean, just grabbing a bunch of holy armors, I think we're probably just going to go for that instead. Because we're going to go for this Magitecc Armour. Because every couple of seconds you can get 40 block, which is going to be like 2 to 3 poison. Which is going to be nuts. It's going to be at least 3 poison every time. And that's a lot of blinds, and hell yeah. Not bad at all. Now again, we're going to go for this Magitecc Crystal. We could also go for the Mech Armor, which does give us a bunch of block, and your stamina is below 5. We can just gain a bunch of armor this way and just constantly have no stamina. But again, why would we do that when we could spend 2 mana and get even more block at a faster pace? Doesn't make sense, right? Let's go and grab it. Let's roll again. We could also go for Fancy Rapier. We could grab ourselves another Kyle as well to steal even more buffs. I actually don't think I really want to. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll for now. That's another resistor, which I definitely want to take. And probably the storage too. But are we happy enough rocking on with this sort of situation? Add these back in. Our Mana Crystal is not really going to be doing a whole lot. It will eventually hit a resistor, but that's after 5 seconds. And then 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. So 11 seconds. It's going to hit our resistor, giving us 3 heat after that. So it does take a long time to travel there. But we do get a lot of blinds onto our opponent, which is really awesome. But eventually it does run out. But we got tons and tons of block. And can we win out? Because we still have a lot of block. Our opponent doesn't have any damage whatsoever. They are inflicting some blind on themselves with the Dark Frenzy, which is actually awesome. But we are going super speedy with 21 heats. Our lightsaber is dealing about a 16 DPS, which is not bad at all. And we should be able to win it. We have got crazy mana. And actually, hold on a second. That was way closer than I thought it was going to be. We should have our Magitecc Crystal, and we're going to get our first Poison Grenade. That's going to be insane. Let's take it. Also going to take our other resistor as well. Well, we'll see how we get on with this. We're going to have our Smelly Wall in this position. It's going to be targeting all our Garlics. We're going to have our generator target our Magitecc Armour. Again, just speeding all this up. And we just need to find ourselves any way to generate up mana. Because this is going to be slow to generate up our mana. So in order to keep our armor going, we're going to need a Moon Shields. Exactly the item I'm going to be looking for. Because that is just going to be self-sustaining armor. And we can just turbo inflict poison. And we're going to get a Poison Grenade crafted up as well. So we should be able to stack up crazy amounts of poison. And we're going to need a Dark Saber to deal massive damage. What can we get there? Speaking of mana, how about we just take Mana Mastery? Makes a lot of sense, right? Let's grab our fanny pack. Let's roll again. And we could grab a Stone Skin Pot with a Stone Helmet. It also makes a lot of sense. Gives us time to scalper buffs. So you know what? I'm going to take it. Let's sell 1 Garlic. With this tool, we kind of need to keep all our stones. Yes, I'm going to sell another Garlic, which is a bit strange, but at the same time, Stone Helmet's going to be really fantastic. Now, the thing is, the Poison Grenade is going to take 10 seconds to pop off. But with every charge it does receive, it's actually going to reduce that cooldown by 1 second. So, we're going to reduce that cooldown by 2 seconds with this, which is not too crazy by any means. maybe Poison Grenade might not be the way to go. Because it is only 17 poison, but after 8 seconds. Which is not too crazy. But I'm hoping that we can stack up crazy amounts of poison with our Smelly Wall Magitecc, and then try to get our Dark Saber to deal massive damage as well. But our opponent is bringing it back. They got lots and lots of heat. They're dealing massive damage as well. Can we inflict our blind as well? Can we stack up all this block? Right now, this spear is going to be shredding our block anyway, so we do get countered quite a bit. We got a stone helmet, which is going to be fantastic. Mana orb, grab some storage, let's roll. And a dragon egg to resist. The dragon egg is going to be fantastic as well because it reflects some debuffs too. But yeah, I'm going to be more than happy with that. Let's get going once again. When this does pop off, instead of inflicting 17 poison, it can inflict 21 since this is going to reflect, well, 20 actually, since it reflects 3. But if opponent inflicts debuffs, it's going to reflect that too. But can we keep up this shovel? Engineer, the rock, and the mecha armor, they're going to be getting lots and lots of block as well. And the gold armor is going to be cleansing all those debuffs. So, corrupted armor would also be fantastic as well, stopping an opponent from cleansing those debuffs. Now, our poison grenade does keep popping off, by the way. It does say after, but it did say pop off again. So, I think it's based on how much charges it gets. So, the more charges it gets, the more it cools down and pops off again. And that's 70 poison. We do have 550 block. But our lightsaber does need to be upgraded right now. But that is 100 poison as well. And I can imagine adding in multiple poison grenades. Right now I'm going to grab some storage. I'm going to roll. We need to find a corrupted crystal extremely badly. Can we find one? Shields, we got to take. Do I get rid of Ram of the Whales? And 1 stone. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get in 4 poison grenades. Especially when we've got 1 extra resistor. I'm going to sell you and a stone, and I'm going to take this, and I really want to craft up this moon shield. Yeah, so that's the best we're going to do. Let's get this moon shield, so this is going to be infinitely scaling by itself. We add in another Magitecc armor, we should be able to stack up even more poison. And even more block. But our opponent is going to be shredding block with the halberd. But again, we're still stacking up way more block than we should be. And then we're stacking up a ton of poison as well, which is kind of awesome actually. Especially since our shield gives us more block too. Not bad. Definitely not bad. Now in terms of DPS, how much do we actually have? Still only 30 DPS. In terms of heals, we don't really have much healing at all. But in terms of block, we do have 50 block per second from 1 armor. I mean, this item is correct. It's definitely correct. And that's going to be our Dark Saber. I'm still going to roll. And we're going to take another dragon. With another battery. Now the thing is, this has charge receive, advance to cooldown by 1. So if we go for a Thunder Drake, we can keep constantly charging up our poison grenades. We also want to reserve our unstable Recombobulator and just let that recombobulate itself. Now the real question is, how the frick are we going to fit this in? Unfortunately, I think we might need to leave it as this for now. Yeah, it's going to have to do. Let's get our Pikachu Dragon crafted up. But we are facing a Steel Gubbard who is going to be stealing our buffs. They're going to have the Armor Steel on a turtle as well. With the Steel Gubbard, they're going to get lots and lots of buffs. And they're going to steal all our buffs. But again, we have 54 poison on our opponents already. 60 poison and we have infinite mana. If we get another big mana buff bomb, it's going to be even more awesome. Our Dark Saber is going to deal all this damage with the poison as well. So all in all, it's actually looking kind of smashing. Is it not? We got our Dark Saber. We got our Thunder Drake. Let's grab a little storage. Let's figure out how we're going to fit this guy in. No, let's take our unstable Recombobulator. Let's roll again. Let's keep going. And we just need to find ourselves 1 poison flask. How about we grab a little bit more storage? And we could go for another dragon. We could also grab ourselves this helmet as well to stop our opponent from healing as well. I was thinking about switching our setup around so we can have our Thunder Drake in this position. Basically, I want our lightsaber to be targeted by this as well. To get it going as fast as possible. Along with our Magitecc Armor, along with our freaking Mana Crystal, which will be triggered on our Poison Grenade. And getting that going as fast as possible. So all in all, I think this should be fantastic. And we're definitely going to be grabbing both of these in the next rounds. And let's get going. Also, this Mana Mastery is in a horrible spot. We should be able to stack up lots of poison, and our Dark Saber should be able to deal massive damage based on how much debuffs our opponent does have. Now, they're also inflicting a lot of poison on us as well with the Corrupted Armor. They're going to be cleansing a lot as well. And we don't really have a way to stop our opponent from cleansing debuffs at the moment. We've got loads of block. They're dealing massive damage. but so are we. Actually, we're not dealing crazy damage by any means, but still, we're stacking up. We stack up safely with our Magitecc Armour, that's for sure. We got ourselves an Amulet of Energy. Is that really going to be that helpful for us? Probably not, right? Let's grab both of these. Let's roll. Another coil if we want to. It does give us a battery. I'm going to take it and just take the battery, which is 1 cost. Amazing. Another resistor I'm going to be grabbing. And that is the President's Flask. Is there any way we can get it this round? Probably not, right? I mean, we do use up a little bit of mana. And we do use up a little bit of mana. So we could keep it and try to go for big mana bomb, but we could also just grab this round. If we sell you and you, that's 5, that's 6, that's 7 gold. 7 gold to have a second Poison Grenade. Or we could keep our coil, place it in here so our Mana Mastery, so our Mana Crystal and our battery keeps hitting it. And also our Thunder Drake too. Yeah, let's hold on to it. Let's grab this in the next round and let's get going. Get our second Thunder Drake in as well. Now another Magitecc Armour would have been nuts too. Because we will be stacking up twice the poison from this. Which is kind of mental. But we do got 370 block. Our opponent does have a Moon Armor. And they're going to be stacking up a lot of heat, and Turbo Shield is going to be cleansing a lot of those debuffs. So our debuff stacking is awesome, but at the same time, it's getting cleansed just as fast. And they got crazy heat, but we got crazy block. And our Dark Saber still putting in some work for us and smashing once again. Now we do get ourselves another Magitecc Armour. The problem is, how the hell are we going to fit this in? We'll have to figure it out. I should have grabbed this first. Our setup right now is going to be in this direction, with our Thunder Drakes facing this one singular Poison Grenade. I'm really hoping that we can get our second Poison Grenade. So I'm going to have to sell 2 Garlics to take it. Now, we're going to have to do something crazy and take out our coils because we need to craft up this second Poison Grenade. And we might need to run on with this sort of situation, which is looking kind of crazy, but we'll see how it actually pans out. With our Dark Saber down below being targeted by our Thunder Drakes as well, and the faster we get these going, the better as well. So we should be able to get constant activations from the Thunder Drakes on our items, charging a Poison Grenade, inflict Turbo Poison, where Dark Saber can deal massive damage as well. But our opponent is also dealing massive damage, and with the Invincibility and the Holy Spear, yeah, we can't keep up with that, unfortunately. The Laboratory is still such a freaking good skill, but we do get our second Magitecc Armour and our second Poison Grenade. Is there anything else we really want? I'm gonna roll. Fanny Pack, we'll take 2. Now the thing is, we want our Thunder Drakes to both be targeting our Poison Grenade, so we might need to put it in that position for now as well. We're gonna keep rolling. We could try to go for second Lightsaber. I don't think we really want to. We could take the Eye Lamp for some skilling damage on our Dark Saber, which I'm down for. Another freaking Resistor. And we could try to go for another Thunder Drake, which I'm not sure if we really do want. So I'm gonna move on with this. Kind of hoping that this Thunder Drake is going to smash out this Poison Grenade, but with our Mana Crystal down below, we should be able to potentially activate it as well. Well, we're also going to be stacking up lots of poison on ourselves too. But that's 86 poison, 100 poison within 7 seconds. And our Dark Saber is starting to deal some big damage as well. And smashing. Not bad at all. Unfortunately, we can't craft up another one, but we can take a Mana Orb. And we can take ourselves a Stamina Sack, and we can keep rolling. And we can take this for a bunch of block generation on top of everything. Yeah, I think that's going to be awesome for us. Let's think about getting rid of Eye Lamp. Getting rid of Eye Lamp so we can take this and place it inside our armor. It might have been better to actually not craft this up and just keep ourselves another Corrupted Crystal. But if we get ourselves a big Mana Bomb, if we have more than 5 luck on us, we should be able to get 60% crits from these as well. But I won't lie, I probably should have prioritized grabbing a little bit more luck stacking, but I was too focused on trying to get a big Mana Bomb to try and get our luck from that. But we'll see, is it going to be good enough? Let's find out. But we managed to get 2 Poison Grenades. Is it really going to be good enough to take on this King Gooberts with invincibility for 7 million years? And they're going to be rocking a Thornbloom with a Stinky Toothpick as well as a Gingerbread Jerry, who's going to be stacking up lots of max life. So can we get this poison stacked up? They do resist quite a bit, especially with the Flawed Emerald inside their King Gooberts. So we'll see. Poison Grenades popping off, inflicting Turbo Poison, inflicting a lot on ourselves as well. And we're slowly getting up. But the more poison we do stack up on them, the more our Dark Saber is going to deal in damage. Which is kind of awesome, and I didn't expect the Poison Grenades to pop off multiple times with more and more charges. So So the Thunder Drake's really, really nice. The Mana Crystal's also pretty darn nice as well. 112 poison, 1000 block. And 120 poison right now. Which should have a 60% chance to crit as well. Which should be able to deal massive, massive damage. And our Darksaber is dealing 105 damage. And that was a 300 crit from the poison. Hell yeah. Not bad at all. So, in terms of DPS, we managed about a 93 DPS overall, being our Darksaber and a poison, stacking up to dealing actually some pretty decent damage, combined. In terms of heals, very, very little healing. Our opponent did have some healing reduction down on us as well. But in terms of block, we do have 120 block per second. So yeah, Magitecc Armours is still insane, especially with the Smelly Wall as well, stacking up all our poison. Because the Smelly Wall by itself stacked up over 100 poison. The poison grenades didn't do actually a whole lot. It was mostly just the Smelly Wall. But we did get 5 activations from 2 poison grenades. But I'm wondering, would a Tesla Coil would have been better in this situation? Probably not, right? With the Smelly Wall stacking up so much block for us? Definitely, definitely not. But we did survive 4 days left, giving us plus 16 in rank points. Not bad at all, leveling us up to 48. Hell yeah. But I am going to have to leave it here for now. And I just want to say thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. And I hope to keep a look out for the next one. I'll see you next time. Okay, we're back in some round 18 fights. And we're going to see how this Poison Grenade Darksaber type build should be able to work out for us. I mean, we do have 33 poison, 54 poison, 75 poison. It's still going up, 83 poison, and it's going crazy for us, and that's massive damage. Hell yeah. Now, can we deal with a Brass Knuckles hammer dagger action? They're going to ignore a lot of armor with the spectral daggers, and that's kind of an interesting build, using the Panzer Dragon to get all the damage on their daggers. However, I think it'd be awesome with a spike staff, 2 though, maybe without the hammer. However, not too bad. We have crazy block and loads of poison. And finally, can we deal with a Steel Gubbard's hammer dagger type action with triple shields? This opponent has a pretty nasty setup. With a Steel Gubbard as well, they're going to be stacking up lots of buffs on these dagger rings, and they're going to be stealing our buffs. The good news is, poison is stacking up as well. And it's not going to be close after that. Not bad at all.